Gotcha.
All right, here we go. Third try. For those of you watching this on YouTube, you're probably the only people that are going to get to watch this. Twitch is not supporting us tonight. We cannot go live, so you get to watch the Secret Lost episode with special guest star at _ peon. Welcome to the show tonight.
Yay!
Oh, how perfect!
Yay!
The Lost episode is the one with the special guest.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I feel so special, guys.
Did you hear that Peon once showed up on Mistborn? Yeah, it
No,
was
she
a
didn't.
Lost episode.
I've seen every live episode, and she was never on it.
It never went live, man.
It never went live, man.
It was only traded in VHSs.
Okay, let's do some introductions. We'll go clockwise, starting with Wreckage.
Hi. It's not live, so I don't really care about pimping the stuff that's going to happen next week because you could be viewing this at any point in time. If the internet still exists when you're watching this and you don't just have an archive of YouTube in your bunker shelter, then please follow me on Twitter at Dr. Wreckage. I do streaming. I am either a GM or a player in most days of the week somewhere out there beyond the anyway. I'm really excited to play tonight. It's a shame that it's not going out live because audience interaction is, every once in a while getting the pulse of the chat is super important as a performer. I like to throw the bouncy ball of energy out to the audience and have it thrown back. But that can't happen today. So let's just get into it and make the best show that we can for the archives.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to Kelsa. You're on a new show, right, with RP Glory? That's been going on for a couple weeks.
Yep, we just started last week. The week before that, we started making characters, but this was our first week of actually playing. I'm running Blades in the Dark game with RP Glory
Nice.
on Wednesdays, 10 a.m. You can
Champion.
on YouTube / RP Glory. You can see it live on Twitch. Follow me, KelsaDelphi, in order to see all of the things that I do, or on Twitter at Kelsa. I always tweet when I'm going live with stuff, and I enjoy role-playing games and playing them and running them, and pretty much that's it. It's my life.
Okay.
Good life.
Let's talk about you, Adam.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You got the super special episode. So yeah, I'm Tuxtradamus. As with them, I'm not really going to pimp anything out that's actually happening, but if you are interested in the stuff that I do as a person, you can follow me at the places like Twitter at Tuxtradamus and Twitch at Tuxtradamus. Yeah, that's about it. I'm ready to Mistborn. I'm super curious who our mystery guest is.
No, stop.
Who is this person?
No, you've done that all week. You have to. There is a point where you have to stop, buddy. Wow, this new...
Who is this rainbow-haired person?
Bits and bits.
This new art is really good. Holy shnikes. This is really great. Let's see here.
Oh, but you don't have a chat to link it in.
Don't worry, I got it, buddy. I got it. I'm still
he
sending
tweeted
the
it.
Chat. I'm putting it in the...
Oh!
Yeah, I know. Putting it in the fan art section.
That's so good.
Yeah, I know.
I have to type in... I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anything else from you?
Offline, no one can hear you squee. That's about it for me.
Get out.
God.
All right. Let's
Dying
talk to
of fire.
newcomer and constant underseller of her own abilities, _ Pian.
Hi, I'm _ PN. Please don't call me _ PN. That's actually a terrible idea. But you can follow me on Twitter there. Yeah, I might not be doing anything over the summer because I was gonna pay for Wi-Fi with my job, but I've kind of been a bit busy with other things. Yeah, so that might not happen. But, you know, I'm on here and Swarg's channel. So yeah, come watch.
Yeah. I'm APGamingREAL. I'm very upset we weren't able to do this episode live, and if any luck, we'll be able to do this episode live later. Who knows?
Possibly.
It
Maybe
could come in
partway
at any
through.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll all be like,
So be ready, viewers.
why is Dixon holding Desha over a cliff with sharks at the bottom? And he'll be like, that's just where you come in.
You see, all we need tonight is to just get a little lucky. Funnier if you...
There's always another secret.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
Dixon,
I mean,
yeah.
I
You can't just say the tagline of the novel.
I mean, I could try.
That's what I do, Arthur.
I could try and re-roll
I just
the
tagline.
Twitch maintenance roll that they made earlier. I'm gonna try and re-roll those failed dice.
Yeah, you should have done that. Why haven't you done that yet? You're a really terrible luck compounder.
I'm not a luck compounder until the show starts.
I think he did re-roll them, and he managed to make the dice worse.
Yeah, I probably failed anyway.
He was probably just like, you know what? I've got a 5 there. I'm just gonna re-roll everything though and bank on a pair. Yeah, because why would you keep that 5 around? So, last week's vote, or last time's vote, was who best used their special power or stunts. By a huge margin, Daisy won the vote.
Nice.
This week's vote, keep it in mind for the whole episode. Keep it in mind. I'm going to say it now. Which character would you most want to date? Just keep that in mind throughout the episode. Figure out who's bae. Yeah.
My name is Desha. I like long walks on the beach.
No. So yeah, let's talk about our new character who's joining us. What can you tell us about Hope?
What do you mean, like physical description or like actual? Like,
I mean,
character?
this is Mistborn. If you don't give a physical description, someone will do it for you.
You want to give a really good physical description.
I mean,
okay. Red hair, slimmer, very short, like 5'1".
wow.
Now, to be clear, do you mean 5'1" or 115'1"? Because 115 feet tall is very tall.
No, 5'1". I
Okay.
just can't talk ever.
It's all right. Eric does this to me too.
She's like 5'1". She's got like 3 rings on her right hand, on her ring finger, her middle finger, and her index finger. She has a dope tattoo on her leg, which I don't know what it's of, but you guys can, like, if anybody out there wants to give me like a little description of that, go for it, because I have no clue. She's likes to sleep on command and stay awake for hours on end. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, you're a bronze ferrochemist, right?
Yeah.
Very powerful at
can-
sleeping.
Is it?
She can sleep for 5 weeks without stopping.
Nice.
Or stay awake for the same amount of time.
Nice.
She'll die from, lack of food and water, but...
So what you're telling me is that she gets 8 more hours in the day, and that's her special power.
I
Nice.
mean, technically she can sleep as long as she wants to and then stay awake for as long as she wants to.
Hey,
yeah.
I just wanted to play somebody who could like sleep at will, because that's my goal
Yeah.
in life. Just like fall asleep like that.
That
so,
was, I mean, that's the reason Pian is the special guest tonight. She told me that that's what she wanted to play, and I knew that as a ferrochemist, that would be possible for her. And I tried to make dreams come true.
I appreciate it, Arthur, and I
dream
just
makers.
like got out of gross stuff, so I appreciate it. It made me happy.
So let's bump up to the upper left-hand corner and talk about our plan of action and how we're going to get Hope, the Bandit Queen.
Begin the Bandit Queen.
Well, we left off in media res. So
Yeah, Daisy and Desha were driving away in their landau, and Dixon was puttering up in his horse-drawn carriage.
to try and fix the mess that they made in their failure.
Did we pass each other?
Did
Yeah,
they start
definitely.
driving away? I
Yes.
don't believe they did.
They did.
Okay.
They lost the situation, so they must withdraw.
Oh, they have to.
I believe Daisy shot a bunch of horses, however. Like
Yeah.
a monster.
Well, Daisy gave the
she
command.
murdered a
fire.
bunch of innocent, defenseless horses.
And the ranch hands also opened fire on horses as like
If it, oh.
as a like we'll have to improve the situation type situation.
I don't know what you're worried about.
If it makes you feel any better, I once killed an orphan who had 4 siblings that he took care of, so you know.
I'm
Ish.
really hoping you mean in a role-playing game, because otherwise I'm going to be
Otherwise, we have some
really
follow-up
upset.
questions.
I mean,
It's
Daisy
fine.
won the vote last time, even though she just lost.
I mean, her special power was fanning the hammer, which
Yeah.
she did pretty good.
SciFri is McCree in this setting.
Yeah.
Uh,
So our Landau passes his horse and carriage on the road.
Yeah. So Dixon,
Do I
you're
have,
riding
a
up to
horn that I
these.
can like La Cucaracha at him as we go past.
La Cucaracha?
Oh,
Oh, you're saying that your horn is
Yeah.
La Cucaracha?
Of course it is.
Do you want a horn? Hold on, I can get you a horn.
Well, now I am aware that you guys not only came here without my ahead of me, without my knowledge, you're in full retreat, so you effed things up. So Dixon in the horse-drawn carriage pinches his nose, like finishes the drink he was probably nursing the entire way there.
Fred didn't quite go as planned, Dix.
I'm not stopping, and you're not stopping because you have to withdraw. and
Yeah,
I'm
we're
still-
still driving, and so it's like I think as we passed him by, and like a minute or something goes by, and then AC, I think that was Mr. Beaumont.
Yeah. Well, I'm not turning around.
So I have a driver. But I lean out of the carriage to to see the farm as we approach and see what's happening there.
Yeah, it's currently a bloodbath.
No.
There's a bunch of dead horses right now. Like the ranch
okay, it's
hands
just horses.
open hand on horses. All of the Kolos humans that were part of Brieger's boys are like helping the people who are being crushed underneath of horses. There's just a huge amount of smoke powder from all of the guns going off on both sides, creating these giant misting walls of smoke that hang in the air between the two parties. And you're probably got a better view than either side's combatants do of what's going on right now.
Sure.
There's a lot of people nursing wounds. The
So
fence
I
is like falling over.
I am aware out of character that the events of the fight have removed Brieger from Brieger's boys.
It's Brieger. It's Brieger.
Brieger, sorry. Brieger has removed Brieger from Brieger's boys.
I think you definitely see Brieger like standing by the road with his 2 butchery axes, just kind of standing there, not really looking at his boys, and his boys are like doing all the fighting. I don't know if you're aware that he's been like kicked out, socially outcasted.
It sounds like though that I could maybe finagle a conversation with him to like.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to roll up beside him and offer him a mint julep, you certainly could.
So yeah, I roll up beside him and offer a mint julep. It sounds like he's reasonably out of danger. So I
Only
tell
mint
the
juleps.
driver to pull up next to that Kolos blooded, and I sort of throw open the door and say, "Mr. Brieger, how's the day's events going?"
Not well.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can I offer you a drink?
I suppose I'll need one.
So I sort of like motion for him to get in.
Yeah, he like steps up on the side of the carriage, and
And
the
the
whole
whole thing-
carriage like.
Yeah. I see his body mass. So rather than grabbing the like nice crystal cups that I have in the like arm holder, I just pull out the bottle and hand it to him.
Yeah, so he just starts drinking it straight from the bottle, like any uncultured savage. Just no ice or anything. Ugh.
It seems like things have gotten out of our control here tonight, Mr. Brieger. Perhaps you could update me.
Well, your girl Desha showed up, and I fought her in like an honor duel, and then I lost, kind of. And my boys were like, wow, that was the most amazingly set up fight ever. And we're really disappointed. And so they decided to go ahead and attack the ranch without me. Seems like Brieger's boys are gonna just be called the boys now.
That's unfortunate, Mr. Brieger. That throws a wrench in our plans, and I'm sure the loss of your gang hurts
Yeah.
you on a deep level.
You know what hurts me on a deep level is the fact that your girl Desha defeated me by hitting me in the nuts.
Desha is a very straightforward woman.
Yeah.
Is he still obsessed with me?
Like, he's still romantically obsessed with her, right?
The only burden I have from him is grave burden ejected from crew via nutshot.
Right, the others were complications.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
they went away, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah, they weren't burdens. Gotcha.
You never. I don't think you ever put like a mental burden on him.
Yeah, it was just complications.
Yep. Well, Mr. Brieger, that's
It's
Brieger.
Brieger.
Well, Mr. Brieger, that's very unfortunate. However, my contract was with you. Seeing as how you're without your gang of thugs, that's a bit of your skill set that I was interested in, but you also seem to be a very capable individual. And now that you are, in some respects, unemployed, perhaps I could offer you another line of work.
Huh. What kind of work?
Well, I have my own little motley crew of individuals who are striving to increase our standing in the world. Among them, Desha, who you fought in combat. I could certainly use another individual of eccentric talent to escort us on our way to the top of True Medill. Part of our resources is my upstanding good name in the city. So if you were to accept this position, you would have to take on a new identity. You couldn't be Brieger from Brieger's Boys.
No thanks. I'll just be Brieger. I don't think you have the kind of position you need to hire me. People don't hire me because I'm a big, scary Kolos-blooded. They hire me
Guys,
because
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Twitch support just tweeted that they're going live now.
All right, well, let's see if that'll happen. We'll figure out whether we actually are going live or not. I apologize, YouTube, or not, because I'm the antagonist. I'm antagonizing.
I'm an NPC that isn't. Yeah, I see us on your channel.
Good.
Yup, it went live.
We're actually live. So to catch the Twitch up, who are
Boom.
just now here, Desha and my sister ran away from the fight. I showed up at the fight to find Brieger at the side of the road while the ranch hands and Brieger's boys kill each other. And I've invited him in for drinks in order to discuss with him what's going on. And he's just said that he's not sure I have the chutzpah to hire him. Why doesn't he finish that thought?
Yeah, so he's like, people don't hire me because I'm a Kolos-blooded, savage. There's plenty of those around. They hire me because of my particular skill set in leadership and organization. And you seem like a man who's pretty unorganized right now. But I don't think you'd accept my methods.
It's an interesting point, Mr. Brieger. Well, this, I sort of gesture to the clouds of musket gas that are just like obscuring the entire situation, is a little out of our hands. We can't really affect the situation at the moment. I was hoping to come in and clean things up, but I'm no more capable of that than you at this moment. So if you're thinking that perhaps we don't align in our abilities and our skill sets, then
if you were
perhaps
to hire me, I want to be in charge.
Interesting proposal. I am the money. so to speak. I'm also the face.
Yeah.
I'm used to being in charge.
Yeah, I get that. That's why I said I didn't think you'd go for it. I could be second in command to you, in charge of everyone else. I'm very good at organization type things. Okay.
Mr. Brieger,
He sounds like it.
that is indeed how you've impressed me, Mr. Brieger. I feel like that, you being my second in command and all, is possible. But the idea of you keeping your name is non-negotiable. We lose too much if I am known to associate openly with a known criminal.
What about a known butcher?
It's fine if you're still a butcher. You
Don't
just
you
can't
have
be
a
Brieger.
reporter on the payroll? Can't you talk about how I left behind a life of possible crime to do community service or something?
Now that's an interesting thought. You see, I promised that I would solve the problem that we created. And if I can't do that because your boys went rogue, but I managed to reform Mr. Brieger himself. Now that's an interesting angle. That's something we can work with. I think this is a good idea, Mr. Brieger. I'm sure my associates wouldn't mind a second command at the helm. They're used to taking orders as is. And you certainly have shown yourself to be competent, while even this idea you've had is... I do believe you have the spark of genius within you, sir.
So he names a price for you.
And I need to make a resources roll to
That
see if I
price
can
is a
match.
difficulty 3 resource roll.
All right, let's make a roll.
All right, PN, get ready to be confused.
All right, so your resources is 6, but you spent at least one of those points.
Yep.
So you have 5.
I would like to call on wealthy landowner for this.
I don't know that your land ownership has anything to do with this particularly.
It is wealthy landowner.
But the
is
whole word must apply in order for it to be. Your land means nothing to him. Neither does your wealth. He just wants the money.
Those are resources I can call on, though. Like, I could theoretically, since I spend the resources anyway, I could theoretically sell land to match this price if I wanted him that badly.
If you offer him land in Elendil as part of the bargain, I will accept this.
Land in Elendil? Oh, shit.
Yeah, you offer him an apartment building or something?
I'll be like, I own a storefront in Elendil. They could use butchers. If this happened to not work out.
Yeah, no. He's not looking. No, he wants a place to live when this is all done.
Oh,
yeah.
I can absolutely.
He's
offer that.
not
Settle
looking
down.
for a storefront. He's got one of those here.
I can promise him living space. Totally.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
sure. Anything else you want to call on? Any other traits?
I definitely don't think natural leader is here because he's actually a leader as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say that this is the lie that we're going to tell is honest way ain't the easy way, but
I think conniving would work instead of that.
yeah, okay.
You're
So that
definitely
might-
oh yeah, we want you on the payroll, but we got this really complicated way of having it happen, and
yeah, exactly. So I now have 7 dice to roll then.
Yep.
And also I'm a Luckomancer, so hopefully we should be able to get this to...
You can only re-roll those one more time, because if you spend again, that's it. You're done.
I don't have to spend spirit to re-roll.
Oh, you don't?
I only have to spend chromium charges.
Oh, that's right. It's chromium.
Yep.
All right.
Pair of fives and a
Yeah,
nudge,
pair of
so
fives
Damn.
and a nudge will do it. So yeah, you can secure his services for quite some time. Yeah.
So can that nudge in any way service the lie that we have to set up?
The additional difficulty will service the lie. You get 2 weeks of service from him, or the next
Okay.
long breather.
Okay. Well, we were about to go into a long breather.
Well, then you get 2 weeks. You get the longer of the two.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah. So you can mark down that you currently have the private expertise of Brieger as a
Brieger the
item you
Butcher.
can use.
Okay, so
I think he'll probably keep the title Brieger, but not the title Butcher. Brieger the Butcher was kind of his gangster name.
Is he Brieger the Baker?
No. He's also not making candlesticks, so you can just no.
Secretly, he's a cobbler. Likes
he cobbles. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna head back into town.
So you're gonna let this thing between the bandits and the ranch ants just play out on its own.
It's fine.
I mean, can we interfere though? I guess.
I mean, you can interfere. I'm sure it probably won't be healthy.
Yeah, so Brieger no longer controls his boys. So I'm like, so as we sort of come to terms on the contract, I look at this and says, well, I don't suppose that you have any ill will to these people that you might want to actually get in here and make a name for yourself, turn in cheek right now.
So he looks down at his pants and then looks back up at you and is like, yeah, normally I'd be pretty good about this, but we got I'm like basically dead here.
So
I burn pewter, not store gold.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh, the gold is a bluff, sir?
So, that's right. But he can't heal all that shit, right? Or can he?
What?
No, you're right. Actually, he could just heal back from that. Yeah, it's the reputation thing that he can't heal back. But yeah. All right, I'll accept this. Yeah, Brieger just steps out of the cart and just starts. He does like the slow speeding up run with both of his like cleavers out, and then starts going faster and faster. And it's pretty messy. He starts going through his old gang and just like chopping dudes' heads off. And people like shoot him and stab him, and the bullets and weapons just like fall out of his body as he keeps healing it up.
So now I have to like go to the ranch hands and claim responsibility for this.
Yeah.
So I head over and I tell my driver, like, come on, we're gonna have to roll up our sleeves. And like head over with like alcohol and cloth, because we're doing like hey, we're here to help medically. And if I see either old lady McFatty or youngin McFatty,
you mean Charity Evelyn McFatty?
Charity Evelyn McFatty.
Charity Evelyn McFatty.
That I will like explain that I will explain the whole Brieger's on our side now.
Yeah. My question is, are you going to try to get their attention while Brieger is currently ripping his gang apart? Or are you waiting until it's all over to approach?
We're approaching with like medical supplies first, and I'm not like immediately saying, "Hey, I turned Brieger." I'm like, "Oh yeah, and that's why that's happening." By the way, Brieger and his boys, like Brieger is turning over a new leaf. I managed to convince him to that his gang was a bunch of thugs.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're both telling the truth and lying at the same time, which makes this somewhat problematic for figuring out what exactly. It sounds like you're trying to charm them, however.
Yeah,
right?
I think
because
it's charm. I think
you're coming over with the white flag. That's
even
the
if
base.
Like even if all of this is true, them caring requires on being charmed, right? Like
makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like they've just been attacked and they've got all this stuff. Like they wouldn't even give a shit if I don't charm them.
Okay.
So yeah, I will happily make a charm roll here. I would feel that conniving and honest way and the easy way definitely apply. I would feel that civilized might apply.
I don't know that you're doing anything particularly civilized. You're not like pulling out a tea set for them.
Well, my sort of like I convinced him to join society. Like, that's sort of my angle on this. Like, he's got a bunch of thugs that live out.
Convinced him to join you.
Yeah, but like
He's-
the line.
Okay. Either way, he's currently out there with 2 butcher's axes,
Right.
ripping
Okay.
people in half.
All right. So, I'll roll 66 then, or 6.
Okay. Difficulty you're looking for here is 3.
All right. I am a Luckomancer, but I don't need it because I get 3s and I get 2 nudges.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, Charity looks super suspiciously at you. It's clear that she doesn't particularly trust you unless you want to drop some of those nudges.
I really want to drop some of those nudges because, and the way that it works is like, remember when I first met her and she was annoyed at my city slickerness?
Yeah.
I am actually rolling up my sleeves with my like bandages and alcohol and tending to her wounded while I tell the story. So like she actually is like, okay, he's willing to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, so maybe you're like helping Blue, her Kolos friend, and she's like wrapping one of his arms and you're wrapping the other, and she's like, well, you know, I guess this is okay. I don't know what you said or did to Brieger. My pa had a bit of that in him. My grandmother, too. So maybe you're just one of them special folk.
And
then she like looks back over and Brieger, like maybe it's one of those slow motion things where some operatic music is playing and he's like sweeping upward with one of his cleavers and like an arm spraying blood everywhere is slowly moving through the sky. I have never seen anything that disturbing, and I birthed 2 cows at once, so...
Well, with the Brieger eliminating the Brieger boys, I don't think your farm is in any more danger.
Now, I appreciate your concern helping us here, but I'm not completely convinced that that's true as long as you're around. I am still uncertain as to what your motives are, sir.
Fair.
Well,
You know, my daddy always said never trust a man with an aluminum-lined hat because he's got something to hide.
I have an
fair.
aluminum-lined hat, dear, because I'm incredibly wealthy, and there are people with special powers that would like to take advantage of that. I understand your father's advice. I agree with it in many cases, but there are innocent reasons to have such a thing.
Mm-hmm. Man, I don't know whether I want to make this like beginning of a romance scene. No, I think I'm good. I'm good with where we're at right now. Yeah, where can we cut from here? Is this a long breather scene?
I feel like we should find hope somehow.
I think we can use the long breather to find hope. And
I think that the first thing Brieger's going to be like is, your plan requires there to be a bandit. You should probably find a bandit at some point.
Well, so here's the thing. I actually am abandoning the farm angle. It's like for now, it's too hot. It's too hot. It's a hot commodity. Like it'd be too suspicious if it
Deck's
happened
hot.
yet.
It's a different deck.
But I am in a position where now I want to start murdering some people. So Brieger might still want us to bring in some help.
No, you know what? Before you abandon the farm angle, God, because see, I knew that there was something that I wanted to have happen. If you're truly set on abandoning the farm, we can.
For now, I mean, if it helps that I like this land. So if we roll it back to that first plan, the reason why we said this land was valuable is because I have like a hidden scoop about what will eventually be going on. So this land remains that valuable to me, but it's all ultra suspicious if Brieger's boys go away and then another thing comes in and I'm still doing the exact same. I'll buy it off of you because it's a hot commodity.
No. All right. Okay. Let me suggest this. Can we do a long breather where we get Hope in, and then you're like sitting down with old lady McFatty to inform her that your buyers no longer want to pick up the land, kind of thing, and then we can do the planning from there?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like the idea is that I'm no longer trying to buy it from her, but we're going to get the land a different way.
Yeah. But if you're not going to get it from her, you need to sit down and inform her, right?
If I'm canceling
As a
my
gentleman
contract,
would.
I'm
Yes,
canceling.
yeah.
my
You
So-
contract.
are a gentleman.
I'm asking
Yeah.
that we get Hope on the team, and then we have that scene, and from there we do more mission planning. How about that?
Okay,
Sounds
so
good.
in that, so you want us to actually act out,
Yes.
no longer trying to buy I'm
Yep.
totally cool with that.
Okay.
Like, so I
So the
I
question
invite-
is, long breather. How do we get Hope on the team? Brieger is insistent that you have. If he is no longer going to be a bad evil bandit.
One of us knows her somehow.
So I think the easiest way is that Brieger is aware of her through notoriety, and that for whatever
She does
reason,
have.
That's
does
not.
have,
That's
I mean,
not
how-
exactly
how-
gonna.
hold on.
So she's a
I'm
scholar.
I was gonna say, I see scholar in her profession, and I see
Oh.
educated in mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
they went to school together.
Let's reintroduce Hope. We actually didn't talk a lot about Hope when we introduced her earlier. The stream has started. People want to know what you look like and your backstory, and I know that Scholar is a large part of your backstory there, Hope. So let's go ahead and talk about you. Who is Hope? What does she look like? What does she do? I don't know why I'm waving my arms around. I just do
Okay,
this
should I
sometimes.
just start talking now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Hope has like longer, well, not long, but like shoulder length red hair. It's kind of frizzy and stuff. And she's short, she's like 5'1". She's on the thinner side. She's got like a dope tattoo on her leg that like I don't know what it is. Somebody like be like, hey, this is what it is, and I'll totally use that.
Does it say water in the old metal language?
but accidentally says like frozen chicken.
She is a sleepy bandit, so she can like with bronze, she can go to sleep at will for like up to like 4 or 5 weeks, or she can stay awake for up to 4 or 5 weeks. That's pretty dope. She was previously a scholar, and then she kind of got kidnapped by some bandits and was like, yeah, you're gonna be held hostage, and they kind of beat her up, and she got like an adrenaline rush from it, and she was like, yo, this is dope, I want to do this shit to other people. So then she like got released and everything because her parents were like, okay, here's the money, bye. And she got released, and then she like ran away from home, was like, I'm gonna become a bandit. Now she's just kind of like wandering the streets.
She's running on Stockholm syndrome.
So, you have one of the few
Awesome.
auto pistols in the world. You have the Hespel autoloader, but more importantly, you have a cat. What can
I
you
do
tell us
have
about
a cat.
this cat?
That's right. I
Gotta have one in
cat.
every game.
Does this cat
Yeah,
go
that's my
with
goal.
you?
That's my
my
goal
dog's
tux.
gonna have
That proof.
is my dog and your cat gonna have like a little fight?
Oh, this can be great. That's like my campaign with like my friends in real life. I have a cat.
How do they get along?
Dog. It's gonna be great.
Does your cat travel with you while you go on adventures, or do you leave her places?
No, she comes with me. She like sits on my shoulder. My goal in every campaign is to have a cat that sits on my shoulders.
Very
So
well.
she sits on my shoulders and just
Works.
stays there.
What's the name of this cat? Because I'm playing the cat, so
Uno.
that's right. That's
That's
right.
cool.
You know.
That's cool.
You know. I
You know.
I still
Uno.
watch that anime every day. It's so good.
Wah, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it Daisy that knows?
Yeah. Let's
Hope?
talk about how Daisy and Hope might be related. Do they have a similar class, or do they know each other by reputation? Perhaps like that one girl who always slept through class.
Oh, that's so me. Yes.
Yeah, you're a little bit older than Daisy. So I feel like, but I also feel like Daisy like got into a lot of advanced classes just on sheer stubbornness and money.
Money.
Plays.
I mean,
Like, I stuck to my guns and I never let them say no. And Dixon was like, here is more money. Please just say yes.
right? So we could have had a class together as well. I feel like how long ago were you kidnapped? Like I feel like
A couple of years, like 3 years ago, I guess.
okay. So
Were you kidnapped and then came back to school, but you were placed in like, so like at this point you were like with Daisy's class.
Yeah, and then like eventually she kind of like was like, this is not what I want to do. I want to like beat some people up. So she just kind of like left.
Okay, cool. But like
Works.
you're really cool. So I've been like keeping track of you, like, cause you.
Was she your hero? Were you like,
Yeah.
oh my
Like-
gosh, look at that dope tattoo?
Oh my god,
That's really
I want a
cool.
tattoo like that.
I mean, it could be something like you kept up a correspondence, and then she
Yeah,
happened
like-
to mention that she's coming to Trumadill, and you're like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm actually there right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
I
totally
mean,
something we could
Hope
do.
has an infamous reputation, so you might have just heard that she's in the area, and you were like, oh my goodness.
I like that too.
Okay, so can we have a scene with like Hope and Daisy meeting up somewhere? We'll
Train
do
station.
that. Go. Where do you two meet up in Trumadill? It's a very fancy, like 1910 style city kind of thing, late cowboy era. Lots of skyscrapers being constructed in the background. Giant train thing. Lots of cars everywhere.
Well,
Uh,
they both want to be like gritty and tough, so it's probably a really, really shitty bar
Or maybe
Yeah.
a shooting range.
or a
ooh,
shooting range.
That'd be cool.
Either
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I love the idea of
got
Hope
a,
just
like,
being-
automatic pistol, and he's just like
Or-
doing things as you come up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Por qué no las dos?
It's a
Why can't it be
no.
both?
It's
Listen,
a
that's
drinking
that's
shooting range.
unsafe.
Unsafe. It's 1910.
it's fine.
It's probably even sooner than 1910.
Yeah, it's probably more like 1860s.
So yeah. I like
So
the-
yeah, so did you know that they used to have like in English pubs, they would have shooting ranges in the pub, like you would pick up a rifle and shoot over everyone's heads to a target.
That's a terrible
That's just
idea.
dumb. That's
That-
just
So maybe it's a shooting range that has drinks, not a bar that is also a shooting range.
Sure, yeah, fine. You really want to have drinks there, so all right, Daisy, Hope, you're at this shooting range that also offers. You know what they offer, by the way? They are offering the latest and finest carbonation tonics.
Oh.
Yeah, they're offering chilled carbonated beverages with extra sugar.
Did I get to try one of those?
You did. I think Dixon bought you one. I don't know if you ever drank it on
I
stream.
bought it as a gift for your because
Right.
that's what rich people do for each other is buy them
Right.
each other gifts.
Yeah, so I'm excited to try another one because that's some good stuff right there.
Have we had our breather yet?
It'll happen after the meeting with McFatty.
Okay.
Desha, are you also at the gun range?
I don't. Should I be? Because my reputation is 0 right now.
Are you like Daisy's bodyguard, right?
I feel like I am.
Would you allow her to go to a shooting range that also offers
Probably
alcohol?
not. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Desha doesn't know that her reputation is shit. So yeah, she would absolutely follow.
All right.
Okay.
I think I've got the scene now. Maybe Daisy and Hope are both going for a carbonated beverage. We know it nowadays as soda, but depending on where you live in America, you might think of it as pop or whatever. Listen,
Pop.
it's a fucking Coca-Cola.
yeah.
They're
me and
literally
Punch Out.
drinking the first generation of Coca-Cola right here.
Which had cocaine in it.
There's no cocaine in this.
No.
Boring.
It's just 6 tablespoons of sugar for 1 tablespoon of soda water. And there's a lot of the
That's
men.
not how science works. That would not dissolve.
Thank you, Pian.
They're
It's just very sweet carbonated water,
super
basically.
sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
You'd
It's-
just be drinking sugar like granule, like just
Is it? Are they
Yes.
fancy enough to have like soda fountains where you can put like chocolate or vanilla or something in it?
No. This
Okay.
is first generation. They literally are like, look at the majesty of our soda, and everyone's like,
Look at the
look at
bubbles.
the bubbles come out of it.
It's crazy.
They haven't invented like chocolate soda.
Okay.
Or they had listen. When they figure out root beer floats, everyone's gonna lose their mind. It's gonna be a level of technology. Okay, so Hope and Daisy, I think, get a soda at the same time and notice each other. This background scene, because we always have a foreground and background scene, is Desha like looking around and a bunch of guys like,
Yeah, a bunch of dudes are just snickering at her. She's just in the background in her like pants and shirt, just like giving weird looks to everyone because she has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, and so I think that Daisy instantly recognizes Hope. And so she turns to Hope and she says, well, my word, if it is not Hope, I have, well, you may not remember me. We had a class together a few years back, and then you just up and disappeared. I have heard so many things about you. And I'm like tugging you to the corner because I don't want to be saying these things in the middle of the floor because you're an infamous bandit. Or at least infamous. So, yeah, I'm like kind of like, please, come sit with us. I'll pay for your drinks this evening. Anything.
She looks kind of startled, and she's like, "Oh, okay." So I've not thought of a voice for her, so we're just gonna like go with it.
Give me anything. We're just doing Southern because we wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't really do a Southern accent. So
This isn't a Southern region. We come from a place that has a Southern accent. Desha just talks normal. McCree talks like a cowboy.
Flint Carson.
Well, that's an interesting choice.
Unintelligible.
Let's see where this goes.
Sounds like me getting out of the bed in the morning with back pain.
I didn't really notice you there. Sorry. Who are you again?
And like I stick my hand out. Daisy Beaumont at your service.
Oh, Daisy. Yes, I think yes. From I don't know what class. Make up a class real quick.
Dendrochronology.
Oh yeah. Nice to see you again. Nice.
Please join us here at this table. I've got some business to discuss with you, if you will.
Of course. And she kind of like cocks an eyebrow and she's like, of course.
Yeah.
Bishop probably comes over now that you guys have a table and just standing behind Daisy, like, why are these men snickering at me?
I'm the foggiest, Daisy. This is Hope. This is Daisha. She's you could send.
Oh, yeah. So I guess for your benefit, PN, Desha is 6'11".
Oh, okay.
She's a
So
giant.
she's like,
She's a giant person with light blue skin and big gray hair. On her back, she has a cleaver that's about the size of your chest.
so Hope's like down here.
Yeah, Hope's
And
about your
Desha's
level,
like
and Desha's like way up here.
Yeah.
oh, nice to meet you.
I am Desha. It is good to meet you too. You are friends with Daisy?
Yes. Don't mind her. Just keep an eye on the crowd, Tisha.
Of course.
Yeah.
So now what was this business that you wanted to talk about?
As I look around to make sure no one is going to be listening in, and I lean forward and I say, oh, well, I've heard you're you've got a bit of an infamous reputation around these parts.
She kind of like smirks a bit and she's like, that's my goal.
How would you feel if my brother and I were to pay you to further that goal?
She gets a wider smile and she's like, I think I'd be up for that, yeah.
Well, and I like take out a small scrap of paper and like scrawl out our address, push it across the table. I'm like, meet us here tomorrow morning, and my brother can fill you in on the details. But I promise you that it's a well-paying job that will help further your reputation as you see fit.
Well, thank you. It's been nice seeing you again.
It's been nice to see you as well. Now, I came here to get some shooting practice in, so if you don't mind me. And like I get up and I go down to the shooting range area. And then
Miss Hope. Then Desha follows after her.
Yeah. Hope
Yeah,
just
what
kinda
do you
sits
do,
there.
Hope? Are you here to shoot, or are you on the way out the door?
No, I'm here to shoot.
All right. So I think while all three of you are heading to the shooting range, the screen starts going black, pretending it's about to fade, and then some I'm gonna say gentleman, but imagine instead some like skeevy gun range dude with like a bad hat and a neck beard and a greasy smudge face slaps Desha on the ass and says something really racist about Kolos.
I hear you can take 12 at a time.
Okay. So
Wow, Wreckage. We went in two very different directions with that.
you heard the neck crack, but Desha does that. Grabs the hand.
Wow. Super inappropriate.
That's both racist against Kolos and sleazy. So
Just stop. You're at the
Wreckage,
bottom
you're just digging yourself a deeper hole.
I'm not
No,
digging
he's at
anywhere.
the
That was
bottom of the
great.
deepest possible hole at this point.
But yeah, it's probably
art.
it's probably something like if you can handle that cleaver, you might be able to handle me.
I mean,
Something like
I
that.
was just gonna leave it vague. Everyone really wants to define this now. You know what? Just pretend it's whatever you think, because I'm not gonna say something really racist. I do that enough all
Think
the
of your own
time.
skeezy.
Kolos are a real race. I can say something racist about them for the sake of art, and it's not offensive. They don't
Uh-huh.
exist.
Uh-huh.
It's a fiction.
Viewers at home, think up your own pickup lines and tweet them at APGamingREAL.
No, fuck that. Tweet them at Tuxtradamus. Fuck that.
Oh, Tux, that's a bad idea.
Tweet them to at Tuxtradamus.
Yeah,
Sure,
tweet them to
send them
Tux.
over. Send them over. They have to be skeezy and related to Kolos. That is the
Actually,
parameters.
with Tux.
So,
Go.
Desha, your response is to crack your neck. Anything else?
I grab his hand.
Okay, yeah, you got his hand. He's
Yeah.
like, "Wow, you gonna take me for a walk, girl?"
I lift him up to so my face is at
Yeah,
his.
okay.
So he's hanging off the ground.
This is one of those things where like the piano stops in the corner and you hear
Yeah.
a lot of creaking of chairs.
Like everybody is staring at this, and then I reach my spot and just start shooting.
Yeah, I think everybody's like, "Whoa, oh, that was really loud in the silence."
Yeah.
What did you say to me?
I said, "Put me down, girl."
Why are you talking? Why is everyone laughing at me like that?
Hope just kind of comes over a little bit and is like, "Hi, what's the matter here? What's going on?"
I feel like this little Kolos bitch lifting me off the ground is a particularly bad course of action.
This person is being very mean to me.
I don't think that's the nicest thing to say to.
I think that she needs to let go of my hand and put me down now, or we're gonna have problems.
You will apologize.
So he turns to Hope and says, "I'm sorry, I'm not sure what I did to you."
I'm just trying to help out someone who's soon to be a friend. So I
don't
think
understand
I think
what
you
you're
should put her.
saying.
I think you should put her down, and then she kind of reaches for her gun.
It's the other way
Or-
around.
Yeah. Wait, crap. No.
Put him down. Yeah.
I think you should apologize, or things will get a bit rough here.
So what he does is he does the thing that every truly desperate man in this times does, and he flares his coat out and reaches for his pistol with his other arm and says, "Now listen here, miss. I'm gonna have to draw this steel on you. They say I'm like a coin shot. How accurate I am. If you don't let me
Are
down
you like
right
a
now."
coin shot or are you a coin shot? It doesn't matter. I could punch you through this wall, or you could simply apologize.
So he's looking at you really weird, and everyone in the bar right now is like, "I said I'm challenging you to a duel, you gray-faced harlot."
I throw him against the wall.
Okay. I feel like you're I mean, I was okay with everything up until that roll, for sure.
Yeah. My intent is just to shut him up. I don't.
broken ribs through his lungs will shut him up.
That's true.
I mean, he was going to challenge you to a pistol duel, but I mean, if you're just going to go ahead and kill him, that's fine.
That doesn't work. I don't have pistols.
I mean, someone will give you a pistol for a pistol duel.
That
Yeah,
would
my
be
dice
like me
automatic
killing
was
We've
a
all
crazy
watched
dude.
Western movies. When you're given a pistol for your pistol duel, it isn't a good one. It doesn't work.
Yeah, of course. I
You
mean,
can borrow old lefty. It's fine.
Okay, I guess I don't. Okay, yeah, I don't. I wouldn't want to like cause this much of a fuss, so I don't throw him against the wall.
No, throw
Okay.
him into the wall. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Go with your
Do
gut.
it. Do it.
No,
Embrace
yeah, so
the
she-
dark side.
that it plays out in her head that he just crushes through the wall out into the street, and like his body's in the alley just twitching, and then it goes back to then it goes back to real life, and he's like, I'm gonna challenge you to a pistol duel, or whatever, and then
I mean, that's kind of what he said.
basically,
Do you really like? You're not going to pistol duel him, and if you don't accept, you're dishonored. So you just have to kill him right now.
my reputation's already shit.
Throw him through a wall. Throw him through a wall.
I just drop him.
All right.
Ah.
Yeah, he lets go of the pistol, and
I was gonna try to get him to apologize to you by like putting my pistol up against his like gut or something, but no.
I
you
mean,
had
you,
to-
no, you could do that now. So he like shakes his left arm. He's like trying to get some blood flowing back into it, and he looks down. Like he moves his arm when he feels something, and he looks down. No, okay, the camera's on him the whole time, right? Like he's holding his arm, looking down, and when the camera zooms out and he moves his hands away, there's a gun there instead of his hands, and he's like, excuse me there, miss. You seem to have misplaced your weapon. I appreciate if you put that back in a holster right quick.
I suggest you apologize first.
He's like looking at his pistol and like looking at your gun. And he's like checking to see if the hammer's back, and he's like, oh shit, that's a Hespel autoloader, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. No hammer on a gun like that.
Rallying is thirsty.
Uh-huh. So he's doing
We're
that thing
very
where they
into it.
like extend and flex their fingers with his right hand, but he's still not going for his gun, and he's like,
She pushes it harder into his gut and is like, I suggest you apologize right now.
I feel like it'd be murder if you shot me right now. You seem a little
So
too
let
young
me-
and too cute to be accused of murder. Maybe you just want to walk away. We all
It
walk
would
away
also
live,
be
huh?
it would also be murder if I were to take your skull and remove it from your face, then mail it to your mother.
Daisy, I just want to make the situation... I mean, I'm hoping it makes the situation better, but somehow I'm sure it's going to make the situation worse.
Can I?
Are you
can that
doing
be
anything here?
intimidating to knock it off?
Oh gosh.
I mean, Hope is I'm going to have Hope make an intimidate roll here very shortly, because that's exactly what she's doing.
I think I've stopped. Doing my target practice, and I'm very calmly like reloading my guns, like staring at the situation. So like they're out, they're in my hands, and I just finished reloading them, and click the cylinders back into place at exactly like the right like moment to like underscore the situation. And I take like a step so it's clear that I'm on their side.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so, Hope, you're physically intimidating this guy with your gun. So, we're going to assemble some dice, and we're going to make a roll.
Okay, how do I do this now?
All right.
Dice, roll.
Stop scanning
Dice for the
people.
dice god.
Stop. Can someone get her the dice macro and send it on Skype or Zoom to do the dice sort?
I'm. There's a dice macro.
Yeah. All right.
Nobody told me.
You know what? I'll do it myself.
Bam.
Did you do it?
Right, it's in Zoom. If
Perfect,
you don't want to
thanks.
like make an actual macro for it, you can just take out the little question mark thing and put however many dice you're rolling in the front.
No, I'll do a macro. Hold
Okay. So, you start with 3 dice with physique. You get a 4th die because you're using a prop, your Hespel autoloader. Do you have any traits or circumstances you want to take into account for how you're dealing with this guy? And
Hold
scaring
on,
the
let
crap
me
out of
do
him?
this macro real quick.
Yep.
Could part of a circumstance be that Desha is also like here and he's
I
probably
mean,
just
Desha and
now-
Daisy together can offer a circumstance die for sure.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
sweet.
that's
That was the
5.
plan.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with infamous reputation.
You'll have to outline that. You'll have to be like, don't you know who I am? I'm Hope the Bandit Queen. I mean, you just have to say, is there like a catchphrase that you use to let people know that you're Hope the Bandit Queen?
Bandit Queen.
No, because she's not Hope the Bandit Queen yet.
Her drive is her infamous reputation.
Right.
Like she's trying to show that she's not a good person.
What is your reputation that you're using to scare him then? Like,
Well,
are you
she
just
does have an autoloader, so that's he's definitely gonna be scared of that.
All right, I'll throw this one to you. He's like, girl, red hair, Hespel autoloader. You're not Hope. You see his hand stop for a second. Sorry, I've been tweeting Metal Gear quotes all day, and I felt like that was a super Metal Gear line. For sure, that's something that would make it into a Kojima game.
Hespa autoloader.
Hespel autoloader.
I only know one red-haired girl who would use a Hesper autoloader in a time like this.
2/3 of the world's
would-
greatest assassins are women.
Would Smooth Talker go into there? by
I
any
think
chance?
so. Ironically, to some extent, yes. But you were like,
How
come
about
on.
friendly?
How about dope tattoo on leg?
Yeah, right.
Explain how dope tattoo on leg comes into play here. Like, do you
Tattoos mean you're hard.
right? But are you wearing a skirt and like you move your leg out so the tattoo comes out of it? Are you wearing like capris and your foot turns to
What is
show
the
it?
tattoo?
I don't know. That's what I was telling chat to like come
Oh,
up
could it
with.
be like if you want it to threaten him? Maybe it could be like you know, the 1 2 3 4 slash, like just a line of people you've killed supposedly. Like
It's something intimidating.
It's something intimidating. Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably like a skirt, like a long skirt with like a slit in the leg.
All right, so yeah, he's like, I heard that you had a tattoo that, and he looks down, and
Oh,
we
yep,
don't see
there's
the
the tattoo.
tattoo yet, but his face goes pale in the process. So yeah, I think that gets you up to 7, 8 dice.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with that.
All right, so roll 8 dice. You're looking at.
Wait, that didn't work. What?
Nope,
What?
didn't work at all.
What? How does this macro work? What?
My macro is flawless.
SD. Just roll 8d6 SD. There's no. You don't need the. Oh, come on.
There we go. Pair of threes and 2 nudges.
Well, his spirit was 3, so you just need to beat that, and you matched it with 2 nudges. So the good news is that you're going to intimidate him, and the better news is that you can do a lot more than intimidate him
Yeah.
with those nudges.
Got nudges.
Can she make him apologize with the nudges?
Oh yeah, if you want to throw both of those nudges, he'll apologize right now, Hope.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah. So he like makes a move to like take your gun away from his stomach and starts backing away, holding his right hand up, clear that he's not going for his pistol. He's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were a friend of Miss Hope here. I'm so sorry, Kolos lady. Real sorry. You all have a nice day. Let me just pay for your drinks over there real quick." And then he just like throws a couple boxings into the air and just starts doop 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 out the
Thank
door.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Daisy like holsters her pistols and walks over and like puts one hand like on up on Daisha's shoulder and like in kind of a comforting manner, and then the other she like kind of nods to Hope and says, well, thank you very much for what you did there. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Miss
Problem.
Hope.
Anything I can do for friends?
And like I tip my little paperboy hat and say, Disha, I think we best be leaving now.
I don't know why that man thought I wanted to have sex with him.
Yeah, I'm like,
We leave.
like Daisy just shrugs, like she doesn't know.
I mean, I don't know why he thought that either.
Just that silence was perfect.
All right. Well, can we cut to the old lady McFatty meeting now?
Okay, so Arthur, she is of course welcome to decline, but originally I will invite her to my home and offer to send the carriage.
I think she wants a third-party place to meet at.
All I'm trying to do is be like, I'm not interested in buying anymore. I wouldn't meet somewhere third party for that. Like, this is supposed to be like tea. I'm inviting her to tea and be like, I'm not interested in buying anymore.
What the heck just happened? Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah, she might come for that.
All right. So I send the carriage, and when she comes around, I have, of course, laid out not only teas of various kinds, but pastries, lots of pastries. I've made it nice. Little cakes, little cookies.
So she brings along Charity Evelyn McFatty and then leaves Charity out like at the door.
Well, she's welcome to come in, Miss McFatty.
Oh no, it's quite all right. And so she's wearing a gigantic scarf you saw her knitting earlier, which was like a bloody skull. And she's wearing like a dress that's showing like it's the battle at the fence, right? It's showing like Charity
super fucking
leaning
metal.
epically over a fence post, shooting a dude in the head. It's very graphic. And the back is like Brieger going to town, chopping a dude's arm off. It's weird how incredibly, she's super metal.
She's super metal.
Wow, old lady McFatty is hard.
Hardcore.
So Dixon looks at that and is like, "Wow, what beautiful!"
It's just something I made myself over the last few days.
I am very impressed.
Have a hobby.
Oh, have you ever considered opening a shop?
Oh no, something as pedestrian as that. We've got plenty of money.
Do we have out by the door, like where like Desha's probably standing with Charity? Like, I like your grandmother's scarf.
Charity just rolls her eyes and huffs and just like and leans against the door frame.
So Dixon will pull the chair away for old lady McFatty, like gentlemanly.
Of course.
Sit her down, scoot her in, take his seat. Well, Miss McFatty, with the battle that you have so eloquently displayed on your dress, the threat to your little farm is past, and I can see no further reason to offer to take it off your hands.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Well, I mean, I am, of course, as a man of business, interested in the land, just to own land, but I was only making the offer, knowing that it's been in your family for so long and all, that because I was worried about you handling Brieger's boys, and with that resolved, I don't feel like it's right and proper for me to continue my pursuit.
All right, she starts ferrochemically tapping duraluminum again because she's a piece of shit.
Dixon's actually going to say something. It's
okay.
Like, now, ma'am, I'm not a fool. I do know what happened last time. I am aware of what you're doing here. There's no need for that between.
No, she does it anyway. So you feel as if you are easily befriended by her and have sincere friendship with her.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I still say that.
Yeah, and she's just
blocked
like
by his hat.
No, it's not blocked by my hat because she's not manipulating me. She's storing friendship.
Right.
So there are periods of time when old lady McFatty is insufferable and everybody hates her, and then in exchange, everybody likes her.
So she's not storing friendship; she's storing connection to other people,
personability, something like that. Right?
I mean, it's literally called connection.
Right.
Yeah. So what's happening is she's just like, well, I know that you've been doing some things yourself. You're a little bit more lucky than most folks realize. My husband is like that a bit. Now, I want you to listen up good, young man. I think you're coming from my farm. And you know what? Frankly, I don't care about it anymore. I'm going to be dead in a year or two anyway. Got the tumors. Nothing I can do about it.
My heart breaks. She's my best friend.
Yeah, and she's gonna die.
Dying of tumors. Oh my, Miss
Yeah,
McFatty.
you like start crying with her.
Have you tried the doctors back in Ellendale? I mean, I would be happy to pay for.
Well, it's so interesting that you mention the doctors in Elendil. I understand that you are a wealthy landowner and you have a number of contacts back in Elendil. Now, I don't think they're going to do very much, even if I was to live longer, for 5, 10 years at the most. But you know what? I've got all of this money, but you know what I don't have is respect. And you know who could use some respect? Charity Evelyn. My goodness. I feel like that girl could conquer the world if only she could get into the right circles. And so what I'm asking of you, Mr. Dixon, is I'm looking for some introductions into the right circles for Charity Evelyn. I want her to attend the right schools. I have the money. I want her to meet the right people. I can pay for anything she needs. But she needs to be in the right crowds. Several letters from Lord Beaumont himself could open the right doors, you understand?
Why,
And also, I'm not going to turn down those doctor's appointments if you have them. They haven't met with an old cuss like me. They tell me I'm a out-ranch cougar or some such. Too fancy for my blood.
Well, Miss Fanny, I completely agree. Your granddaughter Charity is full of spirit and vinegar and will be able to take on the entire world. I can certainly arrange for her to be in the right place at the right time, build that foundation. Are you sure that's what she wants? She seems to be a bit of a free spirit.
So she puts a hand on your arm and is like, I honestly don't care what she wants. She's going to do what's best for her.
Oh.
This is the best person ever. So Dixon swirls some tea and like reaches into his coat and takes out a flask and spikes it a little bit with alcohol and sips it. Basically he gets out, he moves, he sees people in his like study and meeting room, right? So he moves from the tea table to the desk and pulls out some papers, and basically just starts showing old lady McFatty what he can do for Charity and for her specifically as well. Like, these are these doctors in Ellendale, but more to the point, she'll have to start meeting in high society functions. These days, that's more like town halls and oh
no, they have noble galas all the time. Like
so noble galas,
reveals, art critiques, things you can't buy your way into.
Art critiques.
She could be the toast of Ellendale in no time. Hate to see her go, of course, but
did you just admit to having directions toward my granddaughter?
Oh no, nothing like that, old lady McFatty. I don't think she would take kindly to me. I just appreciate people of such high character being in a place like Trumadil. I feel like it's the future out here, not the future of movers and shakers in high society, which is of course what you want for your daughter. I just feel like the future of the. Is there a
Yeah, she just sighs and she's like, "You sound so much like my husband right now."
Would have loved to meet a man like that. So
I don't think you would have. I just don't feel like you would have. Somehow I feel like you probably would have got the lesser end of that deal.
I'm sure, but I could have learned a thing or two in the process.
Wow, Kelsa. Wow.
I think we both feel like you're referencing something, but we're trying to figure out what you're referencing.
It's clearly blue. I mean,
I'm now lost.
Referred to her as the old cougar of the ranch earlier.
no. Okay, so that wasn't. No. Cougar is not a term for old ladies. It's literally like she's a horrifying cat that rips people in half.
You can't get it out of my brain with.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Then.
Oh, that's what Kelsa's laughing about. Now
Yeah.
I see it in the chat.
It's which McFatty does Dixon sleep with? I'm still banking on blue right here.
That's fair. I'd ship that.
Well, Miss McFatty, all this is laid out in front of you. It's to you to decide how we proceed. What exactly are you hoping for her?
So, you need to make at least an influence 3 roll. to land
Sure thing,
this.
buddy.
This
I
is
think
everything you've worked towards.
I think civilized, wealthy landowner and conniving can all play in here. Maybe even natural leader.
Convince me about conniving. I'm a yes to everything else.
Okay.
In what way is this conniving? This is literally everything you want wrapped up in a bow, no strings.
Because it feels like there's strings coming from her. I don't know.
I mean, yes, what she is doing is conniving and definitely breaks several laws.
So I appreciate the connivingness. We touch wavelengths. That's fair though. I understand.
Is that what kids are calling these days? Wavelengths?
I guess.
Touching wavelengths together?
So only 66 here, but Luckomancer, so that might be real.
Where's the 6th one coming from? 3 influence, wealthy, civilized.
Oh, I also said natural leader, and you said everything else. So
I might have not caught that.
so
I'll take natural leader because you're leader of your social group.
Right. Okay. All right. Then we're gonna go ahead and roll 66, Luckomancer.
You need 3.
And rolling dice is just
No, you got it. You got it. Yeah. So at that level of success, you're able to introduce Charity Evelyn McFatty to several different noble groups and banking establishments and social squares rather than just one.
At like a university too, probably.
Yeah. So you write out several letters to key people. Oh man, I definitely wanted to go Firefly there and just be like, key members of Parliament. Key members. Yeah. It's a good death.
I really though, so like I send those letters out. I really want to have a scene where we see Charity's actual reaction to the situation.
That scene is happening as you start writing the letters, and old lady McFatty leaves the deed to the farm for you. And she like goes to past Desha to get Charity, and as they're walking out to the carriage, she's explaining it, and Charity's just like, "What the fuck?" And it's just a constant stream of cursing. So
down the road,
Charity.
It took us to. Well, admittedly, we spent like the first half an hour monkeying around with stupid Twitch, but
failed us for the last time.
Because our thing is worded very, very specifically, do we still get the objective?
SciFri wrote that.
Exactly.
I mean, it's in parentheses. So yes, you will get the turning point. So we're gonna take that long breather now. Good news, Pian. You're gonna immediately get 3 advancement points. As does everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what that means.
It's
you
XP.
can upgrade your character during long breathers with advancements. You have 3. I don't think you can do anything with 3.
Yeah.
Okie
you
dokie.
can't. You don't have enough to do anything with yet. But if you
There's a little thing at the bottom of your sheet to keep track of them. You can do little X's, or you can just put a number. I like to do little X's.
So it's a long breather. That means you recover all standings, health, reputation, and willpower.
Bam.
Replace all lost props and can store up to 30 times your Ferrochem merit rating in a metal mind. And you can spend advancements on one thing.
Yep.
So none of that other stuff matters to me except for spending advancements. Does anyone want to spend
103, page 103.
Yeah, so the secret tech that we learned last time we had a long breather in normal Mistborn is that you can spend those advancements to increase any one thing, but if you can afford to do it more than once, you can do that thing more than once, correct?
That's for powers. You can increase your power multiple times as long as you're doing the same one.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But that's only powers.
I don't have any powers, so that doesn't help me.
Fuck. It takes 6 to recover from a mortal burden.
Yeah.
Damn
That's
it.
a lot.
All right, hold on a second.
Damn it.
What is the cost for increasing a power then?
Depends on the power and what your current rating in it is.
You can become a twinborn?
You have to not have a power in the first place to become a Twinborn.
Yeah, you can
It
snap
says
it.
humans or Koloths blooded with allomancy or ferochemy only.
Yeah, if
You can
already-
snap into the other half of being a
Yes.
Twinborn.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
Yeah. So you can snap
I
into
mean,
the
are
other
you-
half.
I can earn
like-
gold later.
I could solve Grey Burden, or I could become a Twinborn.
I can
No,
get
I'm gonna
gold
become
later.
Power overwhelming.
I can be pewter and gold.
Oh, you're gonna become a blood
Pewter and
maker?
gold. Pewter and gold.
I think that's what it's called when you're pewter and gold. I'll go look it up.
So the rating of so I would like to improve my I would like to improve my chromium ferochemy, which is currently a rating 4. So what is the cost to improve that?
I am.
Power is 6.
All right, 6. I might do that.
I'm gonna save mine.
Spinning
I am
advancements.
not sure if I want to increase my spirit or my physique.
We found that guns are physique, right?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
already adjusted my stats to take that into account because I built it under the assumption that there wasn't.
Yeah.
But I kind of want them to be better. So yeah, I think I'm going to take it as physique.
Cool.
Pewter and gold is called the brute blood.
The group what?
The brute blood.
Brute blood? Awesome.
I love how you're an artist and everyone's just gonna be like, "What's up, brute blood?"
That'll be my street art name.
Why
But
don't
yeah,
you get
I mean,
why don't you snap into the Twinborn power that lets you be a better artist?
I mean,
Which ferochemy metal lets you store creativity?
aluminum lets you store personality traits.
That's
So
kinda
probably
like
counts.
creativity.
you could snap back to when you were learning to be an artist, or before you became a bandit, or you know.
find my muse.
So actually, what I'm going to do is increase influence by 1.
Interesting.
Now we're tied for influence.
I don't know why your character has such high influence.
Because I'm greedy.
Yeah, you should have put those points. No, you're not.
I think you meant because
you have two-
why she had the high resource, right? Her
Oh no, yeah,
resource
I'm
is
increasing influence.
bazonka.
I'm not actually tied with resource for you yet because I'm increasing influence. You only have 2.
Oh,
influence.
my influence is shit. Never mind. I was
Yeah,
thinking
your
about
influence is hot garbage. That makes sense.
It is. It really is. I mean, because she's just a really, she's a cocky teenager that doesn't even have any metal powers. So of course her influence is shit.
That makes sense. For a second there, I was like, "What?" That makes more sense.
No,
1,
yeah,
2,
your
3,
influence is
4.
higher.
Okay, and delete those. Boop. That's how many advancements I have.
Oh, dude. Aluminum's sweet.
Yeah, aluminum. I mean, it has some pretty major drawbacks of dropping you to 1 mil power when you use it on a big scale. But yeah, aluminum lets you do some crazy stuff. Aluminum pewter, I think, is called, or sorry, pewter aluminum's called assassin because you just become like this guy that no one knows. You're just like, oh, someone stabbed that guy. Did anyone see who it was?
Hey, that really fixed your reputation problem.
Yeah, you just become somebody that I used to know.
Tux,
Nope.
why do you ruin
Get out,
everything?
Get out.
I am the master of references.
All right, so here's my proposal.
Not good
I
ones.
know it's a little early.
It's okay. I'm just storing in my aluminum right now.
No, get out.
That's why it wasn't that funny.
I know it's like 5 minutes early. I propose we take a break now. We come back and we do the plan of action and the scheme, and we maybe think about like what's the new plan, why is Hope involved, where's Brieger going, and all this.
I can think of a plan that I would love to have that involves an autoloader.
Wow, you're gonna probably kill a lot of people then. All right.
I'm going to kill one person, but I'm
Hope's
going to make
down.
sure they're dead.
Okay. All right. Cool. So when we come back, apparently we're gonna be planning an assassination. So
Maybe 2. Can we make a plan that
Jesus.
involves killing 2 people? Or is
yeah.
that too
Hope's
I mean,
down. Hope's
multiplicitous?
totally down. The more
yeah,
the
you got to
merrier.
get your rep up. You got to get all that kill count.
Yeah, and you get to take responsibility for the kills, and I don't get to. Yay!
Okay. We'll be back in like
Perfect.
7 minutes for the second half of the show, which will be better than the first half.
And that's a guarantee.
I was gonna make some sort of Chumbawamba reference, but
I mean, it's a bold claim because that first half was pretty good.
all right,
despite
listen,
technical
we'll
difficulties.
be back.